Welcome to the Popcorn Talk Network, for the online broadcast network that features movie discussion, news, and interviews. Press 1. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies. From the Popcorn Talk Network, the online broadcast network for movie talk, and the schmoes know, this is Box Office Breakdown. Information and commentary on weekly movie box office.
Hello. There you go. We can start singing already. Welcome back to Box Office Breakdown on the Popcorn Talk Network. Yep. I'm your host, Sara Stretton, and with me I have...
your co-host, JTE.
Yeah, Bob Finstock.
No title, just there.
No, I'm fresh in from Orlando.
Yeah.
And the Harry Potter Expo, and me and Copster went.
Yeah, you guys were there for the whole weekend, right?
Yeah, Warner Brothers put us up in a beautiful hotel. You know, we had separate rooms. It was beautiful. It was called the...
you became a Harry Potter fan.
Katana Bay Resort.
You have to...
Yeah, going into this, have you seen any of the Harry Potter movies? Like, were you well-versed?
That would be a no.
But how do you feel about it now?
Yeah, how do you feel?
Well, they sent me all, they called me up. They're like, are you, familiar with the movies? I'm familiar with the brand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they were like, do you know? They threw out some name, and I'm like, I don't know who that is. And they're like, yeah, we're going to send you all 8 movies to watch.
Yeah.
But now, coming out of that and not having been part of really that world, do you see the appeal?
Absolutely.
Do you understand why people are willing to spend so much money on these things?
Unbelievable stuff going on over there. It was Comic-Con times 100. Like, there was like 70-year-old people. Yeah, it was like 9, 10, 15,000 people.
What exactly was it they invited you to? Was it like a celebration of the franchise?
Yeah, celebration.
Harry Potter Land?
It's the 3rd year in a row celebration of Harry Potter in Orlando, Universal Studios.
And it's at Harry Potter Land.
It's Universal Studios. And they just have their like little things.
Isn't there Harry Potter Land opening up somewhere
There
soon?
is another Harry Potter theme park opening up in California.
Oh, it's California.
I believe it's going to be at the Universal lot. They have some area, but they are expanding. It started with in London. There's a Harry Potter studio tour you can do where they have the original sets. Then they have the one in that you went to. Like, it's just expanding. It's a universe that people can't really contain. It's just always prompted to do more. It now has a I believe there's a play in the Harry Potter universe that's coming.
Yeah,
that's
there were singers. They were singing themes over there.
There's tons of stuff.
I got wands and interactive wands and socks, and I got something special as well. It's,
really?
Yeah, it's a Gryffindor one piece bathing suit.
I will wear it.
It's like red and the yellow stripes where the stripes need to be. I was like, this will fit Sarah perfectly.
Wonderful.
They're like, what's her shape? I'm like, this one.
La guitar?
Yeah, la guitar. I'm like, you got
That's
anything in the shape of a guitar? And they're like, yeah, right here. So we did that. It was, I found it's a newfound respect for the movie. We interviewed like Luna Lovegood.
Lovegood.
Yeah.
Lovegood?
Does she? She's very smart.
Oh, okay.
Rupert was there, and Longfellow, whatever his name is.
Longbottom.
Wait,
Longbottom.
Lovegood and Longfellow?
Lovegood.
What are we talking about?
These are their character names.
I went to Harry Potter.
But
it was fantastic. Thank you, Warner Brothers. Appreciate it.
But why this is important is just because so many movies now survive because of the fandom around them, and it's a polarizing market. You've got huge budget, and then you have like tiny budget, and there's actually, before we get into our normal breaking down the numbers, talking about the weekend, international box office like we always do, I do want to bring up something that might start affecting box office numbers. So according to Variety, Disney, Fox, and Lionsgate are putting in like $50 million into this mobile ticketing app.
What?
It's called Atom Tickets. So it comes on the heels of people starting, they're buying their tickets on their phone.
It's like MoviePass?
You're coming to Fandango, you have MoviePass.
Okay.
There's not too much information on it yet, but basically it seems like a ticketing platform that is kind of integrating ticket sales with a little bit of like meeting up with your friends, being able to like invite people to go see movies with you, all being able to buy tickets to the same thing, but not having one person pay for all the tickets. And on top of it, normally when you buy a ticket online, you still have to go up to the person and get your actual tickets.
Or the machine where you had the card.
Now they're thinking about just having your phone and like being a tablet with the ticket taker, and you can just do it that way. But on top of that, I think the big thing that would affect what we talk about is they've talked about doing dynamic ticket pricing through it. So kind of taking from, it's been used in sports a lot, where you look at the demand and the popularity of something, and you determined the value of the ticket and start selling it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, what are they gonna do? Star Wars like $35 to see a
What I was
movie?
about to say.
I don't know, and I don't.
That could be really bad.
Then you see 50 Shades of Grey for like $1.
Their whole, one of their, I guess, key components, according to the Variety article, you guys can look it up, is that there are just so many seats that go unsat in every
That's true.
day.
Yeah,
You have your middle of day theaters.
Okay.
And so it's just these wasted seats. So I don't know if it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to end up where it's going up, where you're having above $20 tickets for really popular movies, or if maybe it'll just be used as more of for the discount seats.
Well, it's like Priceline.com or something like that,
Yeah.
where you they have extra
Yeah.
hotel rooms and you bargain for the best thing. Be like,
Exactly.
oh yeah, check this out. We'll go to the
They
Pasadena
haven't come
theater.
out with like what the plan is, what the where the range
there'll be an
could
app
be,
and all that,
but
yeah.
they have said that this could be a start for dynamic ticket pricing in movies.
I like
Who
that.
knows
I like
what
that
will
idea.
do?
I like that idea a lot. I think that works.
Interesting. Yeah, real quick, I wanted to ask you a quick question about the Harry Potter thing. First of all, that's a very Harry Potter scarf you're wearing.
I got a Gryffindor.
I was
got Gryffindor?
petitioning for my new one.
Yeah.
I was like, do you see how this scarf is not Harry
Yeah.
Potter?
I got a Dobby doll for Cody.
Did you really?
Yeah, we went bananas.
Oh, perfect.
Cops are bought like 35 wands. I don't know what the hell he's going to do with them, but guys, the guy was running around acting like an idiot. No, I'm kidding. He's great.
What was your question?
My thing is, so Harry Potter is a brand that has literally become like
A world.
a world and a cult status.
It's a physical world.
Is there any property that you guys could think of that you would love to see that kind of treatment? Like you would love to go to Universal or California?
Well,
and be like,
that's a great question.
I think they're going to... Oh, continue.
I think, well, basically, I mean, look, the crazy part about it is Universal Studios, I mean, it's, and Harry Potter's and Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So it was like a joint venture, I guess. Warner Brothers just doesn't have the lot and they don't have the theme parks.
Yeah.
Which is fine, I guess. But, for them to collaborate like that, I mean, but while going into this Harry Potter thing, and you realize, why didn't this happen sooner? It's unbelievable stuff. So Warner Brothers probably like, let's all make money, and that's exactly what they probably do.
I wonder if the 80s, if there would have been like a Rambo land. Because Rambo was huge.
There should be one
in the
right
80s.
now. Well, there's one in my. I have Rambo Land in my house.
That's a good
So
point.
I have like a jungle and.
but, like, I know
there's,
you're
a
a
bunch
big-
of Asian girls running around.
Like, well,
You're a
Disney
big
is
Lord of the Rings fan.
I'm a big Lord of the Rings.
Wouldn't you love
But
to see like a
They
Middle Earth?
do go to New
But
Zealand. They have
listen,
things
That's
on
why she
display.
says she
They
wants to
have
move
like
to New Zealand.
I've lived in New
understand that.
Zealand already.
But not all of us could go to New Zealand or London. That's why they're bringing the Harry Potter land. Like, would you like to go to like one of these parks and be like, Middle Earth?
I think Middle Earth is a little too
big?
broad,
Okay.
escaping things. Like, you're not talking about a set that's in an alley. You're talking about sprawling forest
They
lakes.
have their own beer.
Yeah.
Just
But you
butterbeer.
could have like a tavern, like the one from
I think
Lord of
that
the Rings.
Star Wars has potential.
Of course it
and,
is. They
have
and
it. There's
Disney's
one
going to
coming
use
out.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, they already got one. I'm talking about, is there anything you think of that would probably never get the treatment that you would love to see that treatment?
If I could somewhere ride a dragon, that would be really nice.
Okay.
So like
How
a
to Train
Game
Your
of
Dragon?
Thrones or something,
Game of
like
Thrones.
where I
It's
can
not
just
very
ride
kid-friendly.
an actual dragon. I'll be
Game
happy.
of Thrones Land would be interesting.
We're just fighting
Rocky
things.
Land,
Zapland?
Zapland would be the best.
That'd be really fun.
That would be
you
good.
get real inventive with
Boogie Nights
All right.
Land would be really good too. It's just a bunch of porn theaters, and then you could
Okay.
strap prosthetic
Well,
things to
let's
you
get
and see if you
into
need that.
the actual
Yeah.
numbers. We'll see what starts happening this year if this app does come out, where our predictions go.
That'll be interesting.
But as of now, this past weekend, we are going to start with our top 5 movies. And it goes to Ride Along 2, taking
yes.
the 5th spot.
$8 million.
Yeah, still sticking there. 8.3. It
not
only
a lot,
dropped 33%. Most of the movies only dropped around 30%.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are saying that was because last weekend there was the storm.
Football and
Yeah, so nothing dropping too far. Then taking the 4th spot was newcomer The Finest Hours, bringing in 10.3. Did not get horrible reviews.
No, I've heard decent things.
It's not doing horribly. Like, this is right on par with a lot of people.
yeah, but not for 80.
Different
million.
projected.
I don't think they're happy with that number.
No way.
But I think they're probably
I think it was
decently
a
happy
$70
with
million budget.
Oh,
Or
nice.
somewhere in
Yes.
there.
But there's
somewhere in
there's
there.
a lot
Look
of
at,
other stuff going
look
on.
at the photo. Again, I said this last week. I hate CGI water. And I hear this movie has a lot of it.
Look,
Just go out there, be like James Cameron, film the damn thing.
It was
Yeah, because
dominated.
everyone can do that with the giant tidal waves.
saying.
It'll be no danger.
It was
It's fine.
dominated by chicks. Like 51% of the audience was chicks.
Interesting.
Chris
I
Pine.
mean, because it's Chris Pine, Affleck, what's his name,
Casey.
Foster, and there's one other sex symbol guy.
Did you call him Affleck?
Yeah, Affleck, Casey Affleck.
Affleck.
Whatever.
You're like saying it like the insurance company.
Yeah, well,
I think I might be wrong. Number 3 did go to Star Wars.
Yeah, look
Staying-
Still hanging.
It's there.
But look how close
It's
3, 4, and
there.
5 are.
Yes.
They're all
Right.
10
They're
million
all
and change.
neck and neck. So yes, 10.7, dropping 23%.
they'll hit 900 by midweek.
It is at 895.
Don't know what's going to do the billion. They're going to have to
It's not going to do it.
It's
not.
we have too many big things coming out.
Yeah. I
say
The
9
market's about to turn.
10
January
40.
was kind of like bleh for
but what-
movies and ratings,
Yeah, but
reviews,
what-
and numbers.
If
But
Disney's smart, what they'll do is put the Rogue One trailer on
Like
Star Wars.
Re-release it.
Just put the Rogue One on there, and
Yeah.
then get a little boost.
oh,
Yeah,
it would.
it would get a
It
huge
would.
boost.
It would
Oh,
be a huge boost.
Because
People
they'll be like,
would
hey,
totally see it again
let's
if
see
that
Rogue
was
One,
added.
then let's go see a movie again.
And then the Revenant taking the second spot, dropping
Yeah.
22%.
Doing really
yeah,
well.
bringing in 12. And of course, number 1 did go to Kung Fu Panda 3. Which I almost keep calling Kung Fu Panda 2, bringing in 41 million. So not as high as its predecessors, but
It's been a
very
long time.
strong.
It
Also,
has.
since the sequel.
Panda Express.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to call it?
Yeah, that's what cops are eating all
Sponsored
week.
by?
Is that what you
I
know?
was rocking Panda Express
All
every day.
right. Well, how our listeners did is we have some winners. So Thomas Zelenka got the Kung Fu Panda 3 guessing game.
They're 41. Close.
Close enough to make it on my winners list.
Good for him.
Arthur Carlson for the finest hours, and there was a tie between Daniel Asbel and Tiago Cruz for 50 Shades of Black, which, by the way, made it in the 9th spot, just ahead of 13 Hours and behind The Fifth Wave at $6 million.
It's only a $5 million budget.
Yes, I think it could have done more, and I think that a lot of people expected it to open a little bit
The
higher.
trailers were terrible.
Yeah. It
doesn't matter.
Everything was bad.
That doesn't really affect things.
Yeah, they should have went a little more sexy with it. They shouldn't have went slapstick.
Yeah,
It
the
should have
whole
been.
elevator door thing.
It's-
The
It was
poster
terrible.
is like a
Stupid.
girl's
Yeah.
butt.
That's hot. I mean, what's wrong with that?
I'm being the
That's-
devil's advocate to your not sexy marketing because I feel like that's the definition of sexy
Yeah,
marketing.
but they didn't. No, not. I'm talking about the trailers itself.
Yeah.
I
trailers
never
are
saw a
bad.
trailer.
They're really bad.
Never saw a trailer.
bad.
Okay.
Did anybody see any of these new films? I saw Kung Fu Panda.
No, I was working all
You
week.
Oh,
did?
Yeah.
Good job.
Did you see anything?
I last week saw The Fifth Wave, and that was my
that was
crappy
your, like,
How'd Chloe-
movie
how'd
for
Chloe
the.
do? Chloe Grace.
We talked about this last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she do anything?
What is?
Nudity, whatever.
I thought she shot a laser or
there's
something.
no nudity. You get kind of
terrible
pretty
movie.
high up her thigh,
Really?
but that's about it.
That's cool. Embracing ourselves
Also,
for
no
Neighbors 2.
one got 5 for 5.
No, I got
Another rough
I think I
week.
got the first one. Did I get Revenant number 2? Or
I think we all
I
got
did.
the first one.
Yeah.
Don't brag
Yeah,
about
we all got
that.
the first
I
one.
think everyone got the first one.
I think I
Star
had 3
Wars
of
at
5. I think I
5.
had 3 of 5. I won.
I don't think you did.
Yeah.
Well, we are. I think
good stuff.
this is heading towards the end of our kind of boring box office era.
This week is
getting
pretty bad.
better.
Next week is bad too.
Next week is great. Deadpool, man.
That's not next week.
Rated R.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's next week.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Not
talking
this
about,
week,
like,
next
this
week.
Next
week.
week. Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't even talk about
No,
that.
no. This week that's coming up is not good.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I'm excited for one movie this week.
Okay, we'll
But
talk about that. But Deadpool, I think they're
Well, I'm excited for
predicting
one movie,
50
too.
million.
Yeah,
We
I
will
mean,
have
look,
to get
it's,
into that.
It's not your typical superhero movie.
And the trailers, everything I see for this movie that makes me like it more and more. The humor looks spot on.
It'll do more than that.
It's
It'll do
gonna
more
be
than
so
50.
good. No, I don't know. Like 50-55 maybe. That's what they're predicting.
Yeah, well,
It's Valentine's Day though. Like how many? You know.
I think a lot, actually.
Really? It is
does
right.
like,
Yes.
I think it does like 65.
It is abs.
Also getting a mirror. So
got
before
great
we
abs.
leave the box office and go to before we go to international numbers,
that?
also of note, we talked about Jane Got a Gun last week.
Yo, poor Jane.
No good. Like it made $800,000
Yeah, it's really bad. And it was in
in
a bunch of
over
theaters.
1,000 theaters.
The
This is
Weinsteins
a
are spin doctors. Don't make it seem good.
$664 per average per theater.
I heard it's not good, but it's not bad. It's just middle of the road, kind of like.
It's middle.
Did you see it?
It's really disappointing. No, and I actually wanted to see this.
Me too,
And
I kinda did.
think that some theaters are really going to start getting pulled out of it. So it's one of those, if you do want to see it, go see it quickly.
Yeah, this week.
It's a late January release. What do you expect?
Tomorrow. But it's just like that is a hard genre to be in the middle of the road in.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like, if you're middle of the road and you're a over-the-top comedy, you still can do pretty well.
Yeah,
if you're
horror.
a middle of the road horror,
Yep.
if you're a middle of the road children's animation, that's not a hard place to be. But when you are kind of a western, kind of a period piece, even if you do have A-list actors to be in the middle of the road genre, that's not pulling anyone to you, and already
Gotta have like a great trailer
not
or
popular genre right
Nobody
now.
even knew this,
Although westerns
this
are
was
making a
coming
comeback.
out.
I mean, 1,000
very
theaters
rare.
is not that many. It's just over
No, I
1,000.
think it was like 1,600 or something like that, right?
According to Box Office Mojo today, it says it was in 1,210.
1,210.
Just over 1,000.
That's still decent release.
Yeah. Also coming out in the U.S. domestic box office was the 2016 Oscar-nominated short films. It
really?
was in only 112 theaters, but it made over $500,000, which means a $4,500 per average. So versus Jane Got a Gun, which had 600 and something. 4,500 is pretty darn good. It's one of the best openings for Oscar short films that they've
How many
had.
were there? Is there like 6 or 5? I mean, if you've seen Pixar's, you've seen half of them already.
Right, exactly.
If you've been to the Pixar movies, you already saw half of them. Because I think both their movies are.
There's
probably
also
nominated.
live action.
I thought you said it was short animation.
No, I said nominated short films. Did
Short
I say
films.
animation?
Oh, I
I'm
thought
so
you said
sorry. If I did say
I could be
animation,
wrong.
then I take that back. It's 2016 Oscar-nominated short films.
Do you just pay for them in one shot and watch every one of them?
I've done it before, and it's kind of like I've seen it in 1-part and 2-part series, and they do typically kind of go in festival fashions back to back.
I like that.
But I really liked them. Kind of feels like finance. But you can find them, and I think they might expand. Right now, 112 theaters is kind of hard to find one near
New York
you.
and LA. That's the
But-
best bet.
Short films
But-
are tough, exactly.
But gaining popularity.
Yeah,
a little
hey,
bit.
it's good for them.
I
A little
haven't,
bit.
that's funny because I haven't heard anything about that this week.
No, they don't. They don't.
They don't
They
advertise
don't put
it.
marketing in that.
It's like when you
This
go to
week,
theater, like, oh, I can see
this
that.
week was the SAG Awards.
That's
you
right.
know.
That was last night.
Yep.
That was the fuel.
Anybody see Ariel Winter?
No. What happened?
Yes.
Smoke show.
Yeah. She's
What'd
very
she do?
pretty.
She's pretty. She's got a couple
What
of
did
things.
she do at the SAG Awards?
She was just wearing a nice dress.
What do you mean? What was she doing at the? What do you mean? What was she doing at the SAG Awards?
You mentioned SAG Awards and you mentioned Ariel Winter. Was she covering it or?
No, she was just there.
She's a guest.
Oh, she was just there.
Think about it,
Why
yeah.
would
okay.
she not be there?
They're doing TV, huh?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was like, is that what you're aiming at,
Gotcha.
JG?
I guess Modern
like-
Family was nominated for something.
Yeah, Google what she was
I'm
wearing.
sure.
She looked actually really hot.
I'm not going to
Okay.
do that. But this is also a proponent of making Leo more talk of town. Every award he gets
Dude's
just
killing it.
makes the retention rate for the Revenant continue.
There's a lot of
My,
diversity in the awards.
My buddy Stanley Wong from 2 weeks ago actually got to go last night.
Really?
Was one table over from Christian Bale.
Wow.
Said, he was just kind of soaking it all in.
Yeah.
Might as well.
He's a consummate professional.
He is.
All
Stanley
right.
Wong.
Yeah.
International
He's a nice
numbers.
guy.
That's the best.
International numbers time. A little bit. Kung Fu Panda 3 has opened to an impressive 57 million
Wow.
in
Of
China.
course. Of
So
course.
that is 16 million
Duh.
more than the US opening.
No question.
And the best opening for an animated title in China. Minions had been the top animated opener previously in China with 50 million in its first
Unbelievable.
8 days.
Wow.
So Kung Fu Panda 3 has taken that.
Well, Chinese do kung fu.
Uh-huh.
It's a panda.
Yeah.
kung fu.
It's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. I mean, like,
If I was, I would.
Has
I
some
would,
A-lister names in there
I would
too.
name every movie I put out in China kung fu something.
China loves Minions too. That's
All
kind of
right.
crazy.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they speak Chinese.
Does that happen?
They don't speak Chinese.
Yeah, I do. There's
They
one of them.
speak a bunch of different words.
Yeah,
from
jibber jabber.
compilation of-
Nobody cares what they
Anyway,
say.
Kung Fu Panda 3 grossed another 18 million from 4 other international markets. I'm not reading that out loud, but
What are you talking about?
you're editing my notes.
But I didn't do
What are
anything.
you talking about?
This is what my sentence reads. Kung Fu Panda 3 grossed another 18 million
Yeah.
from 4 international markets. Finstock is the best, including Russia, with 5.1
I don't know
million.
how that got in there.
What?
Jesus.
That might have been me. Sometimes I think that when I'm writing something, and I just
he's like, this guy.
You think something, you're writing it, and you just keep going.
Yeah,
that could have been my fault.
That was that?
'Cause I honestly often think, man, Finstock's the best.
Yeah,
It'll just kind of pop in my head once in a while.
Yeah, you know.
So I apologize.
Okay, so
That could be
Russia
me.
5.1.
I appreciate that.
South Korea 11.4 million. Anyway, worldwide opening is $116
That's good
million.
for them. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. And again, like I said, the sequel was so many years ago.
Yeah.
But I think with especially kids stuff, it lives on a little bit easier. And I think, the fact that they ended too with a tease to this movie.
Yeah.
Part 2 ended with like him thinking everything's all good, and then all of a sudden they showed the panda civilization.
Can you watch these movies without being familiar with the previous?
Yes, I think third one more so than the second one.
Okay.
But it definitely helps. I'm a big fan of kung fu films growing up, and I really enjoyed the first one. I enjoyed the second one because they do throw a little like they treat the subject matter with like a lot of love. It kind of shines through the movie, even though it is a kids movie. But Jack Black is really funny, and there's a lot of stuff there for adults also. And the action scenes are pretty damn awesome.
I was gonna say, because I saw the first one, but I didn't return. But I liked the first one. I know a lot of people even in my age group who did.
Yeah.
I have nothing bad to say about Kung Fu Panda.
Second one was great too. I think second one might be better than the first one. This one I would say is not as good as the first two, but not by a lot.
Do you think this is an in-theater, like, pleasing movie, or can you wait for home?
You can wait for home if you do go see it in theater, see it in 3D. And I usually don't like to say go see 3D, but the only time I do kind of like to see 3D is when it's a CGI animated film, because you're creating in the computer anyway. And these action scenes with lighting and just the way they animate it, it's pretty damn awesome.
Awesome. All right.
Enjoyable film.
Fox's The Revenant was second with $24.3 million in 62 markets.
Good.
Foreign total now $136 million. Leading, UK was leading with 23.5. So worldwide, we have $274 million. So it's getting up there.
400.
Wow. And if this thing starts winning some Oscars, it's going to get another big bump.
That's another big bump. It's going to get to, I think it'll get to like 350.
All right, Sony's sci-fi action or The Fifth Wave.
Your favorite?
My favorite.
How bad was it? Was it really that bad?
It was one of those ones where I think I said this last week. I was like, it was that or Dirty Grandpa, and I just don't think you could win.
No, you could win Dirty Grandpa. At least there's nudity in that.
No, okay, so Fifth Wave finished third internationally with 13 million. Foreign totals 45 million. So that edged out Disney's seventh weekend of Star Wars Force Awakens, which only brought in 12.6 million. But its global total is still $1.087 billion.
It's not going to catch Avatar. It's gonna maybe catch Titanic.
Wait, that's just a foreign, right? 1.087 billion.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's made like almost 900 here.
Yes, it's like 1.9.
It's still not going to get Avatar.
No,
but
it might.
No.
It needs like $600 million.
Yeah, it's not going to do it.
Avatar
What if it just stays in theaters forever?
It might.
And never ever comes out.
Avatar Land would work really well. And you said you want to ride dragons.
I could fly one of those things.
I would never go there.
Work.
You would never go there?
No,
the girls are all
Too
painted in
colorful?
blue and nude?
Well, maybe. But no. I don't like it. I don't like
Avatar? Well, because it was in
the movie.
3D and you could experience it.
That's true. I didn't.
Did you see it at home eventually?
Yeah, I watched it from like really far away.
It's not good. It's not good.
I watched it in the park by your old house.
Oh, they showed it in the park?
Yeah, they showed it in the park.
They did that with
and
Rocky.
it wasn't in 3D, thank God.
All right. Well, finishing up the international box office, award contender Spotlight took in 4.1 million internationally of the weekend, led by fifth place launch in the UK with 1.4 million.
It's getting a lot of. It's getting real good buzz.
It won the SAG too for best ensemble.
Might win best picture. You never know. I honestly don't think it's worthy of a best picture, but
I'm kind of with you. And now a lot of people, and the Big Short has been a good push these last few weeks. And like before the Globes, it was The Revenant. It's kind of like a three-way race between Spotlight, Revenant, and I would say what's that one? Big Short.
Yeah,
Out of those three, I would give it to Revenant. What
Yeah,
about you?
yeah, because just it's cinematically.
I liked Big
beautiful.
Short. I just can't
The Big
see that
Short's-
winning Best Picture. But here's the reason why I think
All three
Short.
will be forgettable pictures.
That,
if they
yeah,
win.
But here's the thing.
That's the bottom line.
The Academy loves getting behind a movie that has a message. The Big Short is showing you how the bank screwed us and all this stuff.
Right.
Spotlight is putting a spotlight on a very dark period in the Catholic Church in Boston.
Revenant
The
is-
Revenant is just about a guy, so it's a little more of a personal story. So I think that's going to hurt it winning Best Picture. And I think it's between Spotlight and Big Short, which unfortunately
I watched
I don't
some girl was
just let Mad
watching.
Max win the whole thing. That's all I got.
Some girl was watching Wolf of Wall Street on the plane on the way to Orlando.
that's awesome.
And I was just peeking on the. It's in the.
Some nudity?
I didn't even have sound on it, and I was like, Leo should have won for this.
Oh, absolutely. I
He
said it that
absolutely
year.
crushed it. It was. I mean,
He should have won it that year. But I mean,
That's his
listen,
year.
McConaughey was good too, though. Dallas Buyers Club. He
Definitely.
lost the weight. He lost the weight.
you know, that was That was my favorite movie that year.
Was it really?
It was the best.
He was good, man. That's tough.
I love that movie.
But
All
yeah,
right.
if Leo should have won, I agree. She probably
Very
should've won.
different years, though. Very different years. All right, let's get
True.
into a little bit of a game, shall we?
Break out the Rosetta Stone, because it's time for the International Title Game.
Al esfuerzo y al heroísmo de una revolución no los queremos.
Do you want to know what I interpreted from
Yeah,
that?
what'd you interpret?
I mean, from your little dance there, I interpreted going back to his nasty body butter,
no.
smelling the body butter,
we're gonna
and then
talk about that in
going
a
to
minute.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, it was definitely Harry Potter.
Okay, I got one.
That's correct.
It was a spell.
Some
What
guy's
happened?
asking us to say his birthday. He's a big fan. His name is Pablo. Happy birthday,
Oh,
Pablo.
Happy birthday, Pablo.
Happy birthday, Pablo. I think that's the same Pablo I met at Comic-Con. I think I'm correct, Pablo.
Well, he's
he gave
the
me
best.
a shot glass.
He's the best.
He is the best. You're the
Well,
best.
Yeah,
happy
so all
birthday,
this stuff,
happy,
the
happy,
mingle
happy
that I
birthday.
We'll
wear.
send you some of this,
That
Pablo,
is
for your
not the
birthday.
game.
Yeah, this is what's
This
going to
is
be
not the
sold now.
game.
It's
I think Pablo's from
mingle.
Mexico. Is that made
I
in
wear
Mexico?
this. It's this lady here. She's the best.
Okay.
I
You go to these places. There's about 8 or 10 different scents there.
Okay.
But you have to. They make you run on a treadmill to sweat a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And then you sweat, and then you put the body butter on, and she smells you in different ways, and then she gives you one that meets your like pheromones and stuff like that.
I love that it's called Mingle.
Yeah, it's called Mingle. There's
Like-
another one called Tingle,
Oh.
and then there's
And
other
one
ones.
called Jingle.
Maybe
And one
I'm not
called-
sure, but this is the one that fits me.
So Mingle is like, you're mingling with the ladies.
Yeah, I've been wearing this for like 10
What's
years.
Tingle?
Tingle is like, I mean, you could put this all
Gives
over your
lady
body.
tingles?
Yeah, maybe.
Is this only an LA thing?
smells.
I'm not smelling that. I'm.
It's strong.
It's strong, but
It is strong.
when you sweat, it
I
comes
think
off.
his eyes are watering.
know what?
Are your
Yeah,
eyes watering?
It's pretty strong.
I'm gonna
Does
go
you smell
run
like
out. I'm
an
gonna
onion
run out.
in a jar?
I'll run outside a little bit, throw some on, and then you smell my neck from me.
I love
It's
that she
gonna be
puts her face
irresistible.
on
I
it.
thought you were
Yeah.
out of it. I thought it was all gone.
The crazy part about, no, I'm going to pick up more. I need it.
What's the crazy part?
Is she only has like 2 teeth, the lady. It's very odd. Yeah, she's like straight off.
That's
like,
an old picture. 'Cause she has a lot
yeah,
of
this
teeth in
is
that
when
picture.
she was like 20.
Okay.
Now she's like 70.
Okay.
But yeah, this is a thing.
Does she
If
smell
anybody
good?
wants some of this, just
Does
let
she
me know.
smell good? I figure she must smell great 24/7.
I didn't smell her.
Okay. Wow. See,
She's
why
always
not?
she's always eating like cheeseburgers and stuff. I don't want to get any close to that.
Okay,
close to
will
that.
you start the game,
Okay,
please?
Sorry. Well, I'm just saying it's redefined shea butter infusion.
I'm just saying she must smell good if she sells that. It's like buying a car from the car salesman. You want to see him pull up in a nice car, not a piece of junk.
She's the best.
That's true.
Okay, let's go.
That's a valid point. I already
Sorry about
told
that.
you to go. You keep going.
Send you guys.
doing
Next winner
something
gets
else.
5-5 gets a thing of mingle.
Yes.
Watch the chicks. They'll fall at your feet. Okay.
Okay.
George Clooney we're going to go with here.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Gotcha.
good old
I know
George.
why.
Yeah. Hail Caesar's coming out next
Yeah.
week.
Yes.
And, he's just doing his typical faces that he always makes in the Coen Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that weird kind of like surprised face.
I
Okay.
heard he gets slapped in this one.
He gets slapped in everyone.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Maybe
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
whatever. Anyway, that being said, The Good German.
Oh yeah, the black and white movie with
Yeah.
Kate Blanchett and Tony
Right.
Maguire. I never saw that.
ever saw this movie.
Yeah, directed by George Clooney. No, it's the Coen Brothers.
Yeah, it's Coen Brothers.
Oh crap.
I don't think I ever saw that movie.
Yeah, I never saw it either.
Oops, bad as a cinema
The Good
fan.
German is called Berlin Maze.
Okay.
Okay, makes sense.
The Men Who Stare at Goats.
Oh
I did see
yeah,
this
I remember
one.
that one.
Super Abilities Section. And these are all from the People's Republic again.
Okay.
Oh, why? Thank you.
Thank you. Of course.
Yeah, of course. Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Okay.
Not the movie
yeah,
with
Sam
Coolio. Not the
Rockwell.
movie with Coolio and Michelle Pfeiffer.
That's Dangerous Minds.
That's Dangerous
This is
Minds.
the one with
Yeah.
Sam Rockwell.
Living most our life in the confessions of a
What?
Yeah,
Is that the
Dangerous
title?
Mind.
What are you
No,
talking
Dangerous
about?
Mind.
Okay. I was like, yeah, that was
Why
the
are
little
we
that
so
song?
blind to see?
Yeah,
The ones we hurt are you and me.
Coolio, he's the best.
Yes.
It's called Nerve Killer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Three Kings.
Oh, nice.
You know, the master,
Spike
the Ice
Jonze.
Cube, Mark
Yeah.
Wahlberg, George Clooney
Yeah,
masterpiece.
Spike Jones.
Indiana Masterpiece.
Indiana.
What?
Indiana Masterpiece. We're talking about China here.
Anytime it takes place in the desert, they automatically bring Indiana Jones.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they do.
Okay. Is that all of them?
Can you read
yes,
them
that's four.
one more
Yeah,
time?
read them all real quick.
The Good German, Berlin Maze,
Okay.
Okay.
The Men Who Stare at Goats, Super Abilities Section, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, Nerve Killer, and Three Kings, Indiana Masterpiece.
He smiled big time on that last one.
Because
Yeah,
it's funny.
he did.
I like the name of it.
I'm gonna go with number 2. I think the
Super Ability Section?
It's a little too on the nose.
Yeah, that's what I'm classified in when they classify me in things.
I'm
Let's
gonna
throw him
go
in the
with-
Super Ability Section.
I'm gonna go with Berlin Maze, just because
Yeah.
both of us were like, yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm like, if we're both so.
And it's maze like a maze, not maze like the color.
Yeah, I think we got
I'm just saying.
got you. Good to know. John, what do you got, man?
I'll go with Indiana's Masterpiece.
Oh, he's taking the smile.
All right. Well, first, did one of us get it right?
Yeah, well, you did.
Eliminate one of us.
You're going to be eliminated then.
I think every time you ask him that, you get eliminated. It's just like a pattern.
It's just unbelievable. Once I want
I
him to
think
say
you
you
just
won,
So you thought Super Ability Section
I
was
thought
wrong?
maybe you added a word. Maybe
You thought I
thought maybe it was super abilities.
You might have just thinking about myself, obviously. John, you are eliminated as well. Sarah wins
damn.
with Berlin Maze.
You know, that was my first bet too.
It's called like something under the Berlin. I don't know, something like that. Under Berlin Confessions or something like that.
Okay, well,
But
I'm
I
so
like-
happy I won.
but I was in a
won
maze the other
something
day.
since I've been like failing at predictions.
I felt like I was in a maze the other day at Universal Studios.
Some
Was there a
boosting
maze
of
at
my
the Harry
anger.
Potter thing?
No, but it just felt like you're in one.
Oh, okay.
Because they don't want you to leave, so
All
it's
right.
like there's no exits. I was ready to jump in the water, but they took away the Jaws. That's not one thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, Universal was great to us, but they took away the Back to the Future ride and Jaws, two things that basically like made them.
Yeah.
So I go to the head lady at Universal. I'm like, "Where's the Jaws? Like, what'd you do with it? Did you sink it to the bottom of the ocean, let it, for a watery
Yeah.
grave?" And she's like, "No, they put it like they recycle stuff and they do whatever." And
That's sad.
Yeah, I was like, "That's
It's
an
really
iconic
depressing.
piece." She's like, "Well, we got a shark over there." I'm like, "That's not Jaws, though."
Here's
It's
the thing.
really depressing.
I understand the rides are old, but instead of getting rid of them, why don't you just update them, make them cool again,
Yeah.
and keep them? Because I mean, Jaws and Back to the Future will never get old.
No.
Everyone
No.
loves
They
those
change-
movies.
I
They
don't know.
changed
They
Back to the
might never
Future
get
to-
old for you or like for me because like you. It depends how. I think it depends how early you're introduced to them. Because
Yeah, maybe a 12-year-old kid has no idea what Back to the Future is.
And if you're introduced now as a 14-year-old kid to Jaws, maybe you're not as scared because of everything else you've seen.
Yeah, but Jaws.
Disagree.
Jaws is the reason
Jaws
why.
is so good.
It's the
I think
reason
it's
why
like-
Universal is open.
Yeah, No, but I
Exactly.
just think it's really hard to
Yeah.
remove yourself from that. Like, I think once you're a fan of something, you can automatically kind of see the beauty in it. But it also depends on context of when you're introduced.
I think
And like
it's-
think about all the people who you try and introduce to Star Wars now, the originals. So many people, so many.
Made $1 billion. I think people
Yeah.
love it.
No, the originals.
I'm
Like,
talking about the originals.
no, but
They're
I think
great.
that a lot of people, if you introduce it to it now or like try and get them on board, some people were like, "Why are the effects like this? Like,
Oh,
it's
so I
not
don't think
realistic."
so.
That's fair.
I don't think so
That's a
either,
fair
and I'm like,
assessment.
love it.
But Jaws still holds
But-
up as one of the best movies of all time. It
Yeah.
started summer blockbuster. It's the original summer blockbuster. It's the reason why Universal's in business. Now, what they should have done is put Jaws on some kind of mantelpiece over there
Yeah.
and called it a day. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into the inspiration
Top
for
five?
our top 5. This is our top 5 grossing list. We're doing some lifetime grosses, courtesy of Box Office Mojo. And we're going to do the Coen Brothers.
Top 5. This is interesting. I think I have a
Yes.
I have a guess what number 1 is, but I'm not going to say it.
Do you want... You have a guess? I want you to guess what number one is.
Crazy part about it is they only have one movie over 100 million. That's it.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think
Domestic, I should
I
say.
think the number one is True Grit.
You are correct.
That's correct.
By
A lot.
100 million.
I was
Yeah.
thinking No Country because all the Oscar push, but True Grit just had
They only did 92.
had so many good things.
Yes.
With Matt
It
Damon.
also, I believe, it has their strongest opening. It opened to like almost 25.
I ruined the number one now.
No,
It's
Sorry.
okay.
It's
It's
fine.
okay. It's not ruined. That's what we're aiming for.
You're
But
here to make
it's
guesses.
a big jump. So let's start with number 5, which goes to The Lady Killers. So,
Boo.
Yeah, terrible movie.
Not good.
but brought in 39.7. Open to
It's Marlon
12 million.
Wayans, Tom Hanks.
04.
You know what?
Great cast.
Look, I don't know if I'm going to get chastised for this, but I mean, the Coen Brothers to me are hit and miss. I mean, I don't love everything they do.
Well,
I
I
agree with that. I mean,
it's beautiful stuff, but
exactly, and I think that's the point, is that they just really stylize things
Yeah.
and they go as far as they can in one direction, which is polarizing, but it also
Yeah.
has led them to create some really great
and
things.
movies end abruptly and this and that. They got
Yeah.
a specific
I
format.
like their dramas. I'm very for me the hit and miss comes with their comedy.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's two
It's-
comedies that people love that they've made that I am like,
Well, Fargo's a comedy technically.
it's a dark kind, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't
They
go
do dark comedy really well.
If you're going to a blockbuster, God rest its soul,
Yeah.
it would be in the drama section. It wouldn't be in comedy.
Okay.
That's all.
Yes, that's correct.
We're all like,
Yeah.
we agree with you.
I'm just saying. Yeah. All right, so
Number 4 goes to Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yes, that's one of
bringing
the-
in 45.
that's one of the top comedies for them. It's a remake of the Odyssey, Homer's Odyssey, told through these three criminals. I like the movie. It's great. I think it's good and all, but it's nothing where I'm like, I love it. I just don't love any other comedies. Even The Big Lebowski, I really, really like, but love is a strong word.
Ooh, and that is a big love for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's people's life. They should do the Big Lebowski tour.
Yeah,
And,
Do. Number 3 goes to Burn After Reading.
never saw it.
Bringing in 60 mil in 2008.
They have that one scene with that chair. You know, the
No idea.
dildo chair.
Is there really?
I
Yeah.
don't remember
Did you see
that.
it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
I've
dildo,
never seen
once.
it.
It's the dildo chair.
I don't
where
remember this.
It goes back and forth, and the dildo just like, pops up
Oh.
and stuff.
Yeah. Wait.
Okay,
Yeah,
I never saw it, so I
Yeah.
take your guys' word for it.
yeah. That's the
Movies
season.
you
Did you
see
like
once.
it? Did you like it?
I don't remember it. Like,
Did you like it?
it's one of those ones.
It's okay. It's not great.
Okay.
But that's the chair that they installed into, all the 50 Shades of Grey theaters for the women when they went. Yeah, they used that over in. I think it was in London.
I don't know if he's lying about any of
That's
this.
totally lying. That's
Is he
the most ridiculous thing I've heard in my life.
Well, I mean, no, people would be
Sometimes
really in
I'm just
trouble.
like, what are you talking about?
No, it's actually
I'm
the
so
chair.
Confused.
It's in porn theaters. That chair.
Once
Are
again,
there still
I-
porn theaters?
Yeah, there's one over by my house.
Oh, okay.
Help!
I didn't know there was any more.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Those are good.
I've lost.
They're in the Midwest. They're in the
I've lost
Midwest.
my caliber.
They're in the Midwest. They're in Orlando. It's
The
in
movie I
Universal
do
Studios.
like on
Yeah.
this list is No Country for Old Men.
That's number 2?
Number 2.
See, that's why I was like
bringing
1 and 2.
74. Bringing 74 million.
My favorite film.
Where's
of
Oh
theirs.
Brother,
Huge.
Where Art Thou?
We already went over that.
It was number,
number 4.
All right,
Where are you? Are you still in Harry Potter land?
No, I was thinking about the dildo chair.
But we weren't
You're-
there
you're-
yet.
you're waiting for
You
it.
we hadn't even brought up that story
He's
yet.
preparing the dildo chair.
You were just sitting and waiting. There
you
was
have-
so much anticipation, you just couldn't concentrate.
Was there something you want to say about Oh Brother?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
I think it was. They had one of the best songs ever in it, and it's called "A Man of Constant Sorrow."
Oh, dude.
It was written in 1913 by a blind guy, and then they used it in Fargo season 2 at the ending credits.
Oh, I haven't seen season 2 yet.
And I think I forget what the band is called, but they destroy the song. It's amazing, and what's his name sings it. It's killer. What a great season of that show.
I love the first
You
season of
haven't-
Fargo.
I
loved
just
it.
finished it over the holidays.
I've only seen season 1. Don't ruin anything. I cannot wait.
Wait
I
till
will,
you see season 2.
I will buy it the day it comes
It's gonna
out.
knock your socks
It has
off.
a lot of fans.
Yeah.
A
gonna knock
lot
your
of
socks off.
fans.
I'll take season 1 over the movie, to be honest with you.
I'll
Ooh.
take season 2 over the movie, not
And
1.
over season 1?
Yeah, season 2's better.
Wow.
I have
I
not
can't
season
wait.
1
Can't
or
Nick
season
Offerman
2.
destroys it, and his name in
Sorry.
the show is Carl Weathers.
Okay, we have about
Not kidding.
You guys,
With a
we
K,
have
though.
we have about 5 minutes or so. So
number 1 was True Grit.
yes,
Well,
which
how
we
much?
already said 171.
Okay.
So the gap between
didn't
No
like True
Country for
Grit.
Old Men is 75 to 171.
Gotcha. My
Yeah,
2 favorite
quite a
films of
huge
theirs,
thing.
No Country and True Grit, so I'm happy with that.
What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
You didn't?
No. What did I say?
I thought you said like my favorite movie wasn't on this list or something. I don't even know.
I think no. You.
I'm making things up.
JT, you
Okay,
said that.
maybe.
No, I didn't say that.
You said your 2 favorite movies. She thought I
Getting-
said
We're on
that.
the list, yeah.
Getting into upcoming.
Mine's Fargo.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Getting into upcoming films, we've got films
Yeah,
need to
here we go.
contend with, of course, Super Bowl weekend.
Can't wait.
Hence,
Hence, what's
It
being
will be.
opened.
Yeah.
Just for reference, the biggest Super Bowl opening since
Oh, it's what?
1982 is Hannah Montana /
jeez.
Miley
well,
Cyrus.
That's
That's-
counter-programming as
Yeah.
a whole.
That's the
of
definition.
Both
Yeah.
worlds concert, and it brought in 30. It brought in 31
Wow, that's
opening
actually a
weekend
lot. For
back
concert?
in 2008.
Well, you got to think about it. There's 50% of people are going to watch the Super Bowl. You know, you
Yeah.
got men and women of men who like football, and then you have kids and
Yeah.
Families, it's a big family thing.
people who like the same things in life.
Okay,
Interesting.
Well-
I mean, yeah, that's
and
that's
non-Hannah
yeah.
Montana fans.
That is counter programming as fine.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But also the top 5 are number 1, Hannah Montana, whatever. Number 2, Dear John, which is in the very similar category,
yeah.
of course, to what we're going to be talking about, The Choice. Dear John got 30 million.
wow.
But that was also,
Yeah, this is a
Amanda
Sparks
Seymour
movie.
while she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Sparks movies have been declining.
This thing's
Yeah.
got 3 things. The choice. It's got Alexandra Daddario
Yeah.
and her 2 friends.
Okay.
That's what it has.
Also,
Yep.
Taken came out
Oh,
on
did
Super
it?
Bowl.
On
Brought
Super Bowl?
24. Well, according to Box
Wow.
Office Mojo and the Super Bowl openings,
What an awesome weekend.
Taken brought in
Yeah.
24, almost 25.
But
Chronicle came in.
Chronicle?
Well, serial killers
Um,
don't watch the Super Bowl.
Also, kind of in the same realm, it was the 7th biggest opening, brought in 20 million. Warm Bodies, which is kind of a similar market, I think, to Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies, which is where we can start.
Teenage girls definitely seem to be the target audience
I guess, yeah.
Oh yeah.
on this weekend. So yeah, let's go over it.
This
Pride-
That's in
movie,
line with what we're going at.
this movie had a lot of
Which one?
Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies.
Oh,
Had a
the
lot
first
of, had a
one.
lot of stars attached to it.
Yeah.
but they jumped out. Oh, Russell was supposed to direct it.
Yep.
I mean, they had a lot of other people. I think Natalie Portman was supposed to be in it. Something went wrong, and now you have people that nobody ever heard of.
No, that is not true.
Who's in it? Who's in it?
It's the girl from
If it takes you that
Cinderella.
long, then you don't.
Nobody's in it.
No, nobody
What's-
that.
what's your-
but for
yeah.
who they're targeting, I think that there's some people in it.
2,600 theaters.
I have a friend that already saw this, and they really liked it.
Oh,
actually.
good. I love Pride and
So-
Prejudice.
No, I heard it's a great script.
Pride and Prejudice,
I heard
so
it's a
I'm
great
really
script.
excited to see this. I will be saying
The
it.
trailer is what didn't really sell me. Even though my friend said it was really good, the trailer
Mm-hmm.
just didn't really sell me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks very slapstick. I think of movies like Abraham Vampire Killer, and that movie was horrible.
very
I
similar,
know
I
that's a
think.
totally different director and thing, but it's very hard, I think, to pull off this kind of vibe. It's funny you mentioned Warm Bodies. It's so similar to like
It is.
something like this.
This could open. This could
Zombie,
open.
love romance.
Well,
This
no,
could
that's
be-
why I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
why,
and that's why
I'm sure they
yeah.
looked at it and they were like, when did Warm Bodies open?
Bodies, yeah.
Same day.
Yeah, boom.
It's crazy.
no,
I mean,
I get that.
I don't know if this is something I'll go see unless I hear really good things from my good friends.
Another thing about the Super Bowl, it's like
Oh,
it's
okay.
Denver. Everybody loves them.
Yeah,
but
but-
Carolina people are like, I mean,
What are you talking about?
well, I mean, it's,
Carolina's going insane.
yeah, no, they're a great team. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that, but they're not that draw that I think people want to see. They're trying to push
dude.
Cam. They're trying to do these things. I mean, if you have Aaron Rodgers versus
If
this
it
guy,
was, listen, I know, I'm a
or the
fan.
the Patriots,
if it
whatever.
was Brady versus Cam, it would be.
Now, my opinion is, I think this is gonna be a fantastic Super Bowl. I think Carolina will win because Cam Newton's just
You guys,
out of
movies.
his mind.
Yeah.
Just- okay,
Movies.
sorry.
Movies.
That's gonna,
I'm just saying it's not
Back
bad. It's not a bad
to-
Super Bowl opening.
Back to
I like the transition with the
Pride,
Super Bowl.
Prejudice, and
Yeah.
Zombies. Lily James is in it. That's her name, and also Lena Headey. So Game of Thrones.
Lena Headey,
yeah. Bunch of other people too. But it no score yet on Rotten Tomatoes. Also the same thing for Hail,
Hail
Caesar.
Caesar.
Also has no score yet. Of course, it has a big cast. You've got George Clooney. You've got
Now-
Roger Deakins. I mean, you
I
have.
can't say who I know that saw this movie, but
Okay.
from people I heard that saw this says it's kind of a mess and not very good.
That's the
Huge
reason why
cast
it's
of
opening
Tilda
right now
Swinton.
on
Yeah.
Super Bowl. They're going to try to be like, hey, we got buried and that's it. In my opinion, it looks terrible.
I was kind of on board with the first trailer, but not hearing from what I heard from people, I'm like, eh.
It's really hard though because like I do think the cast is really solid. So
yeah.
you still want to give it a chance.
Yeah.
It might be
You
too
wanna
inside.
hope.
It might be way inside. Mm-hmm. So you'll see.
But also coming out, and then The Choice,
Yes.
the another Sparks or whatever thing. This one looks awful.
Clearly,
It does look
It
bad.
looks terrible.
Who else is in this besides
Tom
Alexandra?
Wellington. Who cares?
Superman? Tom Welling?
Tom Wellington. Tom Wellington's in it.
No, not
Superboy,
Tom,
whatever his name
That's
is.
Tom Welling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tom-
Well, who knows what his name is? He's in it. Though.
Someone I don't know anyone else that's in this movie.
There's
I saw the
Maggie
trailer.
Maggie
I
Grace.
keep seeing the trailers,
Maggie
and I keep
Grace,
every time the trailer comes
Daddario.
on, I'm like, this is too long for a trailer.
Yeah. I saw the trailer in theaters. I said, I just saw the whole damn movie.
Yeah. I was
Sparks
like, why
gets
do I-
deals without even writing books.
And Alexandra Daddario is not even like the main actress. She's like the sister of the main actress. So it's
Well,
like,
those are the ones that are always usually turn out to be like, the prostitutes. So I'm going to go ahead and be like, that's good. 'Cause it's
It's-
never the lead sister that's the prostitute. It's always like the
Maggie Grace is in it.
Bottom one.
Teresa Palmer, Tom Welling,
See?
Oh, it is Tom Welling. That's Superman.
Yeah.
Wilkinson,
Oh, Tom Welling. is-
Benjamin Walker.
Oh yeah.
what
him.
are you doing, Wilkinson? You're a great actor. Why are you doing this movie?
They probably paid him.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I'm sure some people will see it,
Yeah.
but these movies are going downhill.
It won't be my choice for the movie this
Since
weekend.
since The Notebook, it's just
On the list.
constantly been like declining.
I just
Yeah.
hopefully somebody sends me a gif of Alexandra Daddario, and that's it. They're like, hey, Finstock, I checked this movie out, and here's what happened.
The first scene in
Right.
San Andreas.
No, that's like that's illegal.
Yeah.
Well, not just one scene.
Anyway, also coming out, Regression is
Yeah.
on this list. I have no idea what this movie is. I
Your
have
girl,
not heard
Miss Harry
anything
Potter,
about it.
Emma Watson's in
is
it,
the
yeah.
star of the movie.
Yeah.
And-
I've
and
seen
Ethan
no
Hawke.
Ethan Hawke.
marketing
I
for
haven't
this
seen anything
at
either.
all.
Ethan Hawke's in it. It's a crime drama about a dad who's, I don't know if he's being convicted of murdering somebody, and she's trying to find out if he did it or not. I have no idea.
The point is, no one knows.
no one knows.
Point is, it's
No
not
one
going to be in the
knows.
top 5.
Yeah.
There's one
definitely.
more. There's one more movie too coming out. It's called Misconduct.
Also, not going to be in the top 5.
It's Al Pacino,
Really?
Josh Duhamel,
Really?
like Anthony Hopkins, like a star-studded cast. It's just it's not going to work. It's like he's a lawyer and they're fighting against Pacino. The poster looks like Devil's Advocate.
was about to
Pacino's
say.
hair is just on fire. This guy's doing things to his
Literally
hair.
on fire?
It
Oh,
looks
no,
like it.
he's just-
It's just so bizarre. It's the best.
We have to run through predictions because then we have to wrap. So let's get down to it. Nothing really probably going to compete too much with Kung Fu Panda.
Nope.
We'll see what they can do. Super Bowl's coming out. Anyway, so biggest number to beat is going to be whatever Kung Fu drops to. Coming in at 40. If it drops 50, it's going to go down to 20. Does anyone in particular want to start?
Yeah, I'll start. I usually
Okay.
do. Kung Fu Panda 3 is number 1.
Yes.
Boom.
Good job.
Yeah, big surprise. I'll go Pride and Prejudice and Zombies because of your whole warm bodies thing, and I've actually heard decent things. I don't know if that's going to help it a lot the first weekend, but I'm just going to go ahead and throw it in there.
Good kind of programming.
Yeah, number 3 is tough. I'm going to go Hail Caesar. I think the star power alone will get
Yeah,
it
I think it's-
enough. And honestly, that could flip-flop with Pride and Prejudice.
I'm putting it ahead of Pride and Prejudice, so we'll see.
Either the only reason why I'm not going with number 2 is because those numbers you spat at me, and I like it. Number 4, I'll go Revenant because Leo's just killing it lately, and I don't think The Choice is even going to barely make the top 5. I think Stars will be number 5.
All right. I'll go second. Number 1, also Kung Fu Panda. Probably going to say pretty strong. Also, Kung Fu Panda might be around for a while. There's not another like kids animation
yes,
really coming out
definitely.
anytime soon, so we could see some legs on that.
Totally agree.
So I'm going to go Hail Caesar coming in at number 2. As you said, star power, and even with the writers, like even if you don't know a lot of their movies, you know their names, and I think that draws people. Number 3, Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. I'm hoping that movie actually has little legs. I think it could really use some good word of mouth to
Yep.
get it going. Then number 4, The Choice, bringing it in, and then we're gonna do The Revenant with The Push. Although I even think that could be switched. I do think
Yeah,
The
it could.
Revenant could come in before The Choice.
True.
Those are not a bad top 5 by you guys.
Why, thank you for your approval.
What
But
do
I'm
you
going to
got?
go a different route.
Okay.
Obviously, Kung Fu Panda.
Yep.
I thought he was gonna change Kung Fu Panda, and I was
No,
like,
no. What do you think? I'm crazy.
Money.
watch us all be wrong.
Kung Fu Panda 1.
Okay.
I think you'll see Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies at 2.
Oh, okay, I'm there with you.
Okay.
I'm going to go with The Choice at 3.
Really? Okay.
2,600 theaters is a lot, and all it has to do is you got to think Revenant's is at 12 right now. You got to think The Choice can do double figures, a 10, maybe 11. It's a Sparks thing. It is what it is.
But Sparks has been going down.
Yeah, but it's the Super Bowl. People
down.
want something to go. They want something to do here.
Okay.
4, I'll go with Revenant. No. 4, Hail Caesar at maybe like 9 or something, maybe 10. And I think 5, you'll see The Revenant.
Star Wars out of the top 5. First time.
Absolutely,
huh?
yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, we've been waiting, like
Yeah,
in a
I mean,
sad,
I had it number 5 for last
mournful
week. It was
way.
number 3.
I had. All right, so those are predictions.
That's it.
Let's check real quick if we have to be out of here or if we do have one call. I'm not sure what the deal is. Give me like 2 seconds. We are going to head out for the night. We have another people coming into the
Sorry,
studio.
guys, we couldn't get calls
We
in
will
today.
get calls
Sorry,
when we are
'cause I
back.
was-
It was mostly because we had some product placement to do.
Yeah.
Thank you all
love this.
for yes.
And I just want to
Thank
say
you.
we will not be here next week because of Super Bowl. Just
Okay.
give them a heads up. And
Nobody watches anything. We're
My-
not going to beat. We can't beat the Super Bowl.
It's
We
a
can't beat The
national
Choice.
holiday.
Yeah.
I will say Denver's going to lose big.
I don't think
I
big.
think they're gonna lose big.
I think you're going to see.
It's going to be reminiscent. It's not going to be as bad as the Seattle-Denver game from 2 years ago.
I mean,
but
look,
it's gonna be damn
Carolina
close.
demolished Seattle for the first half. They demolished Arizona as a whole.
They're
I
gonna
think
demolish
Denver's defense.
Denver.
No, I think Denver's defense is a little better. I think Denver's going to
This
come
is
up with
not
an
a
interesting
football
game
show.
plan. Yeah, but
Not
people
a
watch
football
this.
show.
I think you got fooled because of how bad the Patriots' offensive line was.
That might be true. but
Carolina is
I
gonna
got
have
I
to
got
feel that.
Carolina by probably 10, maybe 12.
14 by at least 14 points. over
Okay.
that.
Well, now that has officially been
What's your
put
prediction?
on the record,
What's your prediction? This Harry Potter bathing suit maybe depend on it.
I mean, I normally bet day of, and I normally just
okay.
pick whatever most people are against.
Okay.
So you're going to go with Denver then?
so
most
you went
likely.
with the Patriots last year? You went against the Patriots last year, or did you go with them?
I won. So I went with Patriots and I went because of Roxy. And thank you all so much. Everyone have a wonderful week, wonderful Super Bowl weekend. Have some fun with family and friends, and we'll see you in
2 weeks.
February.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that Bob Finstock piece.
Astros JT.
That's right, the first one.
America.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.